right about now to discuss the topic relationship checklist is Busola Afolayan, a family life coach. Good morning and you're welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Good to have you on the show.
You're welcome. It's a great pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, so before we went on a break, we had the girls sit with us and we're having this open forum on relationship checklist, and we had diverse opinion on what checklist is and why you should even have a checklist in the first place. So I'm going to direct this question to you. Is it even necessary to have a checklist in the first place?
One thing I believe that you have to define your relationships depending on the kind of relationship that's you're having, because we're social beings and you tend to relate with people at different levels. You have business relationships, you have careers, people at your place of work, you have intimate relationship, you have platonic relationship, you have people that are just colleagues. So depending on the relationship, so you need to determine, can I work with this person? Does this person fit into what the role? Does this person fit into my vision? Does this person fit into my destination? Does this person fit into what I want to achieve, what I want to accomplish? So it's a definite yes that you must have a checklist. Whether you write it down, whether it's stated, whether it's a mental one, you just have to set a standard concerning people that you have to relate with, because it's obvious, it matters. It matters.
All right. A lot of times I've seen people who their checklist would actually restrict them in certain areas because they are not being realistic when putting down their list. So it restricts them somehow. So what exactly should your checklist contain?
When you want to make a checklist, you have to be, number one, brutally honest. And you also have to know yourself. You have to know where you are going. You have to know what you want. You have to be realistic, not living in an utopian world. We have the real and we have the ideal world. Don't be an idealistic person. You have to be a realist. You have to take to cognizance several factors when you are actually having a checklist. So it's not just, I'm living in a dream world, and if you're living in a dream world, then what you're going to get at the end of the day is just, a dream. And nothing more than that. So you have to be very objective when you're having your checklist. You have to be realistic. You have to be honest about it. You have to be way down, honest about it. That, putting in mind that you are imperfect, putting in mind your own weaknesses. And when you're going to have a checklist, it's very, very important that you've done your journey of self-discovery. And when we're talking about your self-discovery, we're not just talking about your strength this time around. When we're talking about our self-discovery, we want to major on our strengths. That is what we want people to see. But that's the aspect of us that we don't want people to see, the demon inside. And you have to be so true to yourself about your demons. Because when you are going to deal with people, that time those demons will have to come out. Those things I don't want people to say about. So you just have to be realistic about, you have to be honest about yourself. This is who I really am. Then, now when I'm making my checklist, who can cope? Who can come into my space? What kind of person do I want into my space? What kind of person do I think I can relate with? What kind of person do I think I can move on with? What kind of person do I think I can achieve this purpose with? Then that's also one thing you have to put into cognizance when you are making your purpose. What is the purpose for this thing? Even in relationship. Let's talk about marital relationship this time around. People go into marriage for different reasons. Some are just doing it for business reasons. Some are just doing it because they want to cement, the family, whatever. Some are doing it because, I love this person. Some are doing it because, I see this person can achieve our life's dreams together. We can achieve our goals together. So there's so many things that are involved when you talk of relationship and make it a checklist. So you have to know, where am I going? What is the purpose for this relationship? So that will help you to set the standard, that you are going to put down on your checklist. So you have to define relationship first, depending on the kind of relationship, knowing yourself and knowing where you're going, what you want to achieve.
Okay. Sorry to come in, but sometimes luck can come your way such that the man would tick everything on your checklist and even more than you expected. I've heard situations where a lady says, oh, he's too good to be true. I don't think going with him would be the right decision. What if he's pretending to be so perfect and then in getting into marriage, he's somewhat different from what you have, what you've planned for yourself? So in such situation, what do you advise? Do you think your checklist, you must follow through at all times?
Well, I don't think it's a must. Why I'm saying that is, what are the things that are more important to you as a person? On your checklist, you have priorities.
Yes.
You have the one that are top priority to you. You have the ones that, I can compromise, I can deal with it. Okay? There are some things that you know that you can't just tolerate. Okay? I guess those should be your priority. And if the person meets up to the things that, this person is good to go with me. Oh, yeah, this person, I can take him off on this. And if it's still the ones that, okay, well, I guess I can manage, okay, then you are good to go. But there are just some standards that you have said that you know yourself. Just know that I can't stomach this thing. I can't tolerate this thing. This is me. And if I should go with this, then that means I'm killing myself. Can I deal? Can I be myself? Can I be fruitful? Can you see the best of me, with this person? Because relationship also is to bring out the best of you and to bring out the best of that person when the two of you come together. Even as friends, you have to bring out the best of yourselves, not, killing your potentials, not pulling yourselves down, but for you to blossom. You are in a relationship and you are blossoming. Okay, that is what relationships are for. We are blossoming and blossoming.
Yes.
We're complimenting ourselves.
Other,
we're not competing. We're not tearing down. Even behind our backs, we're not snitching at ourselves. We're not saying wrong things about ourselves. Okay, when people ask you, it's what they hear from you, they're going to hear from me. That is being in sync. Even as friends, that is being in sync, whether as husband, as friend, as intimate friends or whatever. So it's very key.
So basically, you have to be in sync with whomever it is that you're going to be with.
Oh yes. Absolutely, because that is when you can be. That is when you can be your best. That is where your world can actually see the best of you. You see some people that they come to a relationship and they blows. I just like, is this the same person? And you begin to see parts of their lives that people have not seen before. Why? Because they're with a person that is able to bring out the best in them.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to. We're social animals. You want to be around people that wants to bring out the best in you.
Yeah.
That's just you. Just want to be around the people that can motivate you. People that can, they have a word of encouragement for you. People that can push you. They can say, "Oh, baby girl, you can do it. Just go for it." You want to be around people like that brings out the best, and that they are just true to you, and also people that can look at you and they're, oh no, you are getting it wrong. No, I don't think you should do that. I think that is bad. People that can honestly, tell you what you're doing is wrong. If it's wrong, they can honestly correct you. You need people like that around you.
Just to let you know, the phone lines are open. Please make sure you call in to give us your contribution. What exactly do you think about relationship checklist? Now, I want to know, should you be afraid when this person has just 5 out of 10? You have everything written down. You have the top priorities. You have the priorities that aren't so, major. And you have priorities that this person cannot mess with. If you don't meet it, then there's nothing we can do. It's a no-go area. But then you met this person, he's amazing, he's God-fearing, he's sweet, maybe not tall, maybe not too handsome, maybe he doesn't really have money, he's struggling with his job, but he's caring, we can manage. Should you be afraid to actually get married to this kind of person?
I guess where you should be afraid is when the person is not taking on the standard that's of top priorities to you.
Okay.
That's when you should really, really be afraid. That's when you should say, okay, let me look elsewhere. But if the person, the things that that major to you, all right, if the person meets the things that are major to you, I guess others you can, and at the same time, we have to look at the other side, okay? While you have checklist for somebody, do you have a checklist for yourself? Do you have a checklist for yourself? Are you also on a path of self-improvement, knowing that, okay, I'm also lacking in this area and I want to improve myself in this area to be able to meet, okay, somebody that wants a billionaire for a husband and all that. You want a
fancy life, a handsome
dude. You know, are you a drop dead gorgeous yourself? Can you match up with the standard of the person that you are? You want a billionaire for a husband. Are you sure you are not just going to be a pretty figure, empty head there? Do you think a billionaire wants just all curves and nothing up there? Definitely not. So you also have to have a checklist for yourself. When you're having a checklist for somebody, can I also match up with the standard that I'm putting up? Because the person that you are giving a checklist is also has his own checklist and is also checking you out.
We have a caller. Bolale from Ibadan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, Bolale.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Bolale. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, Bolale. We can hear you. Please go on.
Okay.
What's your contribution
All
this
right.
morning?
Yes. Awesome topic, and I like the angle Ms. Busola Afolayan is taking it from.
Thank you.
And I want to ask, if the person has nothing on your checklist, nothing at all, but then the relationship is going on fine, you guys are getting along well, should you be bothered, or should you strike out what you have on your checklist and write out something that will suit the present relationship you're in? Because I would like to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Bolale.
Thank you, Bolale. At what point do you make your checklist? You know, as a teenager, you know, you have the kind of a man that you want to probably get married to, or the kind of wife, you know, and but do you know that when you grow older and you have more exposure and more experience, do you know that those checklists will definitely change? So at what point are you making your checklist? The checklist I had as a teenager was not the checklist I had when I was getting married. Definitely not, because I've evolved in life. Okay, I've gone to the four walls of the universities. I've met people from diverse culture, you know, diverse perspectives, diverse views of life, you know, and definitely I've also evolved. So it has changed my way of thinking. So at what point are you making that checklist? If it's at the point that, okay, I know I'm matured, I know what I want in life, that you are making your checklist, and that person is nothing, then I guess you need to check it again. If the relationship is going well, then there is something that person is doing, then that means you need to revisit your checklist. That am I really faulty is something faulty when I made my checklist? Because if you have your checklist and the person doesn't meet anything on your checklist and you're having it well with that person, then I guess you need to revisit your checklist. Or you need to revisit, you know, yourself at that point in time. Or probably I've grown, probably I've imbibed some other philosophies about life, you know, and all that. So you just need to revisit your checklist.
Revisit your checklist.
Okay. Now, for relationships, it's quite important that you take note of all of this, because you would have at some point you'd have to take a decision of spending the rest of your life with that person.
Yes.
Now, let's bring it to friendships.
Okay.
Now, for friendship, you know you have a choice.
Yes.
If you want to be with this person or not. For relationship, you do too. But at the point of marriage, most people feel like they do not have a choice but to go with this person. For friendship now, do you think you should be minimal when it comes to having a checklist? Because I've heard people say you can help that person grow into what you want to see that person to be. So do you think for friendships, your checklist should be minimal at least?
For friendship, it depends on the kind of person you are. Still boiled down to you know yourself. There's some people that they're just they're just too stuck in their ways that they don't compromise at all. So when it comes to people like that, okay, when it comes to friendship, they won't compromise. When it comes to anybody coming into their space, they're not ready to compromise it at all. You know, there are some people that, okay, they are go-go, anything goes, okay, since it's friendship, well, I guess I can still tolerate this, I can still tolerate it. Someone like me, I'm very careful about who comes into my space. You know, let me just quote from the scripture. It said, he that must be friendly must show himself friendly. You know, there are some people that they are not friendly and they're okay with it. And if they don't have the capacity for, 10 friends, 20 friends, they just have capacity for probably 1 or 2. Those kind of people, they don't tolerate anything. They just want to go by their standards. So it still depends on the kind of person you are. If you're the kind of person, okay, I'm a go-go person, anybody can come to my space, I can deal with it, I can deal with anybody, okay, whether you are this, whether you are that, any level you are coming at me, I'm ready to meet you headlong. So it's okay with you. But if you're somebody that's, I can't tolerate just anybody coming to my space. I still want to maintain my standard, and then you maintain your standard. It still depends on the kind of person you are, what you can accommodate. There are some things that you know that you can't just tolerate. Okay, I guess those should be your priority.